welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing good today. I hope everything's going good for you. Today I'm going to do something different. I want to start a new mini series with something that's close to home, something that I went through when I was growing up, which is on the topic of colorism, especially amongst my own race. So let's get started. Okay, so I grew up in Ghana. I lived there for about 9 years of my life. And as a child growing up, as most children, I didn't notice anything about skin color, didn't see black, didn't see white, didn't see light skin, didn't see dark skin. I just thought I'm just Marilyn and everyone else is who they are. But I do recall a lot of my relatives calling me Black Beauty. That still didn't really put in the notion in my mind that I'm dark skinned at all. It's only when I came over here to the UK that I started experiencing things that made me very aware of my skin color. In my own personal primary school, I didn't have any issues with my skin tone. No one ever bullied me, no one ever mentioned anything about it. It's when I got to secondary school, when I used to drop my younger brother and my sister to school and pick them up after school. There was one particular incident where I picked them up after school, we're going home, and I believe it was my brother's classmates. My brother's about, what, 5 years younger than me, 5, 6 years younger than me. So you can imagine what class they were in. I can't actually remember the class at the moment. But anyway, so on the road, whilst we're going to the bus stop, this young boy stops us and he's like to me, "Your skin is so dark, it's so disgusting. Don't you scrub yourself when you're bathing? Don't you scrub yourself enough? Your skin is so dark." And I was so timid, I was so shy at that time in my life. I had nothing to say back. I was so embarrassed. I just felt so ashamed, and especially that he's so much younger than me and he's standing in front of me and he's insulting me and I have absolutely nothing to say. I don't remember how I reacted or how I responded when I got home, but I was just very, very embarrassed and I had nothing to say back. There were other incidences after that as well. I remember when I was, again, still in secondary school, I was in year 7. The year 11s, they had finished, obviously they're finishing school, they're about to go to college, and they were recording like a goodbye video. And I remember that I was walking up the stairs whilst one of them were recording the video with her group of friends, a black girl. And obviously I came up in the video because I'm walking up the stairs, and then she stops and she goes, "Oh my gosh, you're so dark, you're so ugly, you're so bleak. You can't even see her in the video. She's so ugly, she's so dark." A black girl. I felt so embarrassed. And I remember, as I said to you, as I was very, very timid, I was very, very shy. I had nothing to say back once again. I can't remember if I ran up or if I walked fast or if I just walked up the stairs, but I just left quickly and I went to my class. And that same day, I was going to my maths lesson and she was coming out of the same room that my maths lesson was in. And again, she was recording. And again, she caught me on camera and she started saying the same comments again. Once again, I felt really, really bad about myself. There were many incidences after that, some on the bus as well, where adults, along with children as well, would insult my skin tone, say that it's so dark, it's so ugly, I'm so bleak, I'm so disgusting, all of these things. And this is all growing up. This is what, about 15 years ago that this happened. And as I was growing up, I never really felt good about myself. I always hated, I can recall my whole teenage years, I hated myself. I hated the way that I looked. I hated my skin color. I hated every single thing about myself. I thought I was ugly. I thought I was fat. You know, I had a diary that I used to write about myself. I used to write songs about myself, about the way that I felt, and none of it was ever positive. All of it was negative. I used to draw pictures of how I thought I looked, and the pictures were never good pictures. You know, I hated myself so much. I feel as though if I'd had someone who had been speaking about my skin tone, that is beautiful, that is gorgeous, that is not ugly, things would have been completely different for me. The thing is that with society, things always changes. So when I was growing up, people really hated my skin color. You know, like I had a lot of different comments about it. I remember at that time, I think there was a big, huge thing about being light-skinned and people were always going on about light skin. But now in today's society, I see a lot of people going on about dark skin and dark skin is beautiful and all of these things. So society changes. if we base ourselves or the way that we feel about ourselves or the way that we think about ourselves upon other people's opinion or society, we're always going to be riding with the waves. So I had to learn to love myself for who I am. Before I actually forget, I was going to say that I couldn't really blame people for calling me ugly because I hated myself. I never looked after myself. Oh gosh, the way that I used to dress was just horrendous. I remember I used to wear my dad's clothes, my brother's clothes as well. When I was in secondary school, I used to wear my dad's jeans, my dad's tracksuit bottoms, my brother's hoodies. There was one particular outfit that I don't know what it was, but I think I was in love with this outfit. I think it's because it hid my figure. It hid my figure. It made me feel as though I was sort of hidden. No one could really see me. I used to wear my dad's tracksuit bottoms, my brother's baggy hoodie. I don't know what possessed me to wear like this grey beaded necklace, long beaded necklace with it. But that was my outfit more or less every single day. And I think I wore it so much that one girl actually turned around and said to me, "Is that the only clothes that you had?" But that's how much I really didn't like myself. I remember if I went to bed with my hair tied up, I'd wake up, do absolutely nothing to it and go out the house. So I'd wash and stuff like that. I'd wash my face. But throughout the whole morning of getting up, I'd never look at myself in the mirror. Never. I don't recall ever doing that because I hated myself that much. And if on the road I happened to catch a reflection of myself or, see myself in the mirror, I used to hate it so much. It actually made me cry. I'm not exaggerating. If I caught myself, my reflection in the mirror, it actually made me cry because that's how much I hated myself so very much. I really didn't like myself. And I never felt this way when I was in Ghana. It's only when I came here and then people started making these comments about me. So it was the words that people were saying to me that affected how I was inside, that ultimately affected the way that I saw myself. But obviously it's because I didn't know who I was. I didn't appreciate my own beauty. I didn't know my own beauty to even appreciate it. So this is the main reason why I want to do this little mini series that's going to venture out to many more things in the future. Very exciting things I'm very excited about. But the reason why I want to do this is because I don't know if there's other girls out there in the world that are going through the same thing that I went through when I was growing up. And to be honest with you, this extends to a much larger topic, which is the topic of colorism, as I mentioned in the beginning. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but it extends into a much bigger topic, colorism, which is a major issue, especially in the race. I actually feel as though, well, I personally experienced it in my own race, like colorism in my own race is a big issue. And I don't know if there are other young girls that are going through the same thing that I went through when I was growing up, who hate themselves, who feel as though they're not good enough because they're darker skin toned. I want to be an advocate, showing darker skinned people, showing other people that our skin tone is absolutely beautiful. I am so grateful that I never bleached. I am so grateful that I didn't do anything to damage my skin color in the attempt to be lighter. I'm so grateful because I love my skin color. I would not want to be a lighter skin tone. Not because lighter skin tone is bad or anything like that, but I appreciate myself. I love my skin tone so very much. I love the variety of colors that I can wear. I just love everything about myself today, but because I changed inside, the way that I saw myself changed. So what I want to do is to help whoever may be out there that's going through the same thing that I was going through, teach you how to learn to love yourself, and also how to maximize the beauty that our skin tone brings about, because our skin is rich in color. And there's so much that we can do, and I'm going to be discovering these things for myself as well, and I want to share it with you as we go along this journey so we can learn together, we can experience things together. So I hope you'll join me. Share this with your friends, anyone that you know that may be going through something, that has this thought in their mind, that doesn't like themselves. It doesn't even necessarily have to be because of their skin color. It could be because of anything, because I was quite chubby as well. So that was another issue. That was another thing added on to me not feeling good about myself. That was another thing that people used to bully me about myself as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of things. I had very low self-esteem growing up. So share this with any of your friends that you know are going through something similar, people that hate themselves. I'm going to go more into it, the things that I went through when I was younger. Depression, suicidal thoughts, attempted suicide, so many different things. But I'll share that with you, how I managed to overcome that, and we can learn what we can do to maximize our beauty from within and also from without. So join me, subscribe to see more videos. I'm going to be uploading more videos soon, so watch out for those new videos. And I hope you join me on this journey. If you'd like to get in contact with me, you can email me at this email address I'm going to put right down here. And I hope to see you next time. See you. Bye.